Welcome back in, guys, to another One Piece conversation. Today we are joined again by the mighty Zhoniin. He's taking time out of his busy schedule to come and talk to us today about Seraphim, because now that we have the Seraphim going rogue on Egghead, the possibilities of certain Seraphims existing has gone up recently. And the Seraphims I'm talking about today are the Crocodile Seraphim, the Doflamingo, and Gecko Moria ones. And, you know, I just want to talk about them a little bit, how they might act, what devil fruit they may have, and what are your initial thoughts on this, Zhoniin?
So I think that there kind of has to be like the other Seraphims of the Warlords.
Yeah.
Because why not? It would just kind of be odd if they just had those individuals, especially.
Yeah,
because,
like, why'd you choose them?
Yeah, because like you could make the argument that like you have them because they had access to their DNA. Like, you know, there's arguments to be made for Boa because she was, you know, a slave.
Yeah.
Kuma, of course, we all know what's going on with him. But then for Mihawk, it's like there's...
How'd they get that DNA, though?
Yeah, I mean, like, I speculated that, oh, he's the Marine Hunter because he was, like, I don't know, experimented on or something similar to, like, Kaido. You know,
Yeah.
Maybe he had something like that, so he went berserk, took out all the Marines. That's just reaching. We don't really have any evidence for that. So, if they can make a Mihawk Seraphim, then they can definitely make Seraphims of the other Warlord.
Especially with Crocodile and Dofi being in Impel Down, or have touched Impel Down. Like, ain't no way there's no Seraphims of them, or they haven't at least thought of that.
Yeah, do you think that they're getting legacy or lineage factors and DNA from the Impel Down prisoners? Because in the latest chapter, we saw that S-Hawk has the Super no Mi ability, and I was like, how did he get that? Because as far as we know, you know, Das Bones...
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Das Bones doesn't have any kind of backstory or any connections to Vegapunk or any way that we can, like, connect the dots to have his lineage factor being taken. And then somebody told me that, like, oh, he probably was taken when he was in Impel Down. And I was like, yeah, I guess that would be the only time that we could pinpoint down that we've actually seen.
It's like the Jinbei Seraphim. The Jinbei Seraphim has Senior Pink's Devil Fruit because Senior Pink was in Impel Down. So I think Das Bones is the exact same way. So that's why I think it's very easy for them to get Crocodile and Doflamingo's lineage factor, or even like their devil fruits in general, just because they touched Impel Down. I don't know what that requires. Maybe Vegapunk himself goes down there and, you know, brings a syringe and extracts the DNA or, you know, part of the devil fruit. But yeah, one way or another, they're doing something. They have some connections to Impel Down, and they're swabbing that toilet right there.
Yeah, I mean that makes the most sense. Is that they're just taking these Impel Down prisoners and taking their fruit lineage factors, or they're just from the previous users of the fruit that they just had on ice. But it's more likely they're getting them from the Impel Down people. So yeah, I think for sure we're going to see a Daffy one and a Moria one, and who else is left?
Really just Crocodile, and I know a lot of people have been throwing Buggy out there too. Like, Buggy might get a Seraphim, which I could see, and I think that'd be a great gag if the Buggy Seraphim was somehow the strongest one out there. Like, they just gave him like a busted devil fruit and everything.
No, just Buggy's fruit. Like, imagine like a Seraphim just right now, just as capable and powerful as they are, but they have Buggy's fruit, and they actually use it how you should.
Yeah, they know exactly how to use the fruit. Like, it's awakened or something.
Dude, if it was awakened,
that'd be crazy.
You should be able to make other people split, right?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, right? Like, it's the Chop fruit. You just... It's kind of like a lesser version of Law's fruit, in a way.
Yeah.
Because Law can do that, too, with, like, his whole, like, cutting people up and then shambles and everything.
But also, he can, like, fly for some reason. So he could probably, like, make you fly, too.
Maybe, what if his awakening is just him flying with his feet off the ground? Because we know that's like a stipulation with his flight abilities, that when Buggy flies, his feet are on the ground. So maybe when he awakens, his feet can finally lift off or something.
Gains flight.
It's like
that's just
very minute.
Yeah.
It's not even really an upgrade.
No, it's a lateral upgrade. I'm on board with the Seraphim Buggy, but for some reason, not even for just some reason, I just feel like they're just sticking with the OG Warlords, because if there was a Buggy Warlord, then there would be like a Law one too, right?
Oh, yeah, Law, Blackbeard, Weevil. That'd be too many Seraphims. So a popular theory as to why Crocodile, Dofi, and Gecko Moria don't have a Seraphim right now that we've seen is because maybe Vegapunk tried to create those before, and since we do know Seraphims have some personality of their own, maybe the Crocodile, Doflamingo, and Moria ones were inherently evil because their original counterparts were evil. And that's why instead he decided to make Jinbei, Boa, like Kuma, because they're just good people. I've seen that possibility being thrown around, like maybe they're just in the lab and they're being locked up somewhere. So I think that is, quite plausible. Do you have any opinions on that?
No, that totally makes sense. Because now that you mention it, yeah, the Seraphims that we have seen are like the non-psychopath ones. So
non-psychopath? Whoa, you're saying Doflamingo's a psychopath? How dare you?
No, I was talking about Mihawk. No, who was
that? Yeah. Come on, dude. He's a marine hunter. Like, he's killing innocent people in a way.
Daffy, a psychopath? No.
The guy, no, he just enslaved an entire country. What are you talking about?
Nah.
He had them doing slave labor, and, he was doing them a benefit, really. I think the people of Dressrosa were really sad when Luffy saved them.
They were.
Crocodile, I mean, those Alabasta citizens, they wanted a civil war. Luffy, I don't know why he stopped it, right?
They wanted a civil war.
Yes. They wanted to rebel.
No, stop! We want this! Stop helping us.
We're just LARPing, guys, please. We're reenacting the war.
But yeah, the Seraphims being locked up, that's also another trope that would totally play in here. Like, no, don't go in that room. No, like, the room that's next to Kuma's memories. Don't go into that room because it has the psychopath Seraphims in it.
Yeah, we see, like, the Crocodile, Dopey, and Gecko Moria one, and they're all, like, in a straitjacket. Like, they have muzzles on. They're just that unhinged.
Yeah, and I want to see the Daffy Seraphim is going to have glasses on for sure.
Ooh, glasses for the Dofi one. For Crocodile, it's been a hot topic of debate ever since Impel Down. But there always has been that theory that maybe Crocodile is a woman. And if that's the case, do you think the Seraphim will actually be a girl crocodile?
I thought about that, but I don't think so because we saw the childhood croc. But
the childhood crocodile, low be it for me to say, it looks a little bit ambiguous.
Hey, look,
like, you can't really distinguish that gender. Like, it looks like a boy. It could be a girl. Like, it's one of those things that like you gotta say something. Like say a word, and then I'll be able to tell.
I'm on team Crocodile was a woman because that would be incredible. I love Crocodile. He's one of my favorite characters. Like, I always thought he was cool in Alabasta, but I think he really came into his own after. Like, once he, like, kind of wasn't so evil anymore and he became, like, a tweener character and, like, has, like, that bromance with Luffy, I was like, oh, man, Crocodile is so fucking cool. I love this guy. I am totally on board with him being a woman originally because it does make sense.
There's got to be some secret with Ivankov that he didn't want spilling. And the only thing we know about Ivankov is that, he's king of Kamabaka Queendom and he can change genders. So, what could the secret possibly be that he's holding over Crocodile's head that he wants nobody to find out about?
Originally, I thought it was because Croc was, like, hooking up with the, And
I could be it. That could be it too.
And then I was like, yeah, possible that it could be that, but I just think it's more than that.
Yeah, same. I think there's got to be something there. And another kind of tidbit that Oda threw out there was it was like a cover page with Crocodile. And the title of the chapter, or the cover page in general, I think it was titled A Woman's Secret. And I was like, ooh, like they chose Crocodile out of everybody for this cover page. Fascinating.
Do you have that by chance?
I don't. Not on hand, but I'm sure you could Google it. Like, just type in, like, One Piece Crocodile Woman's Secret, and then it'll pop up. So now that we talked about the possibilities of the Seraphim existing, what devil fruits do you think they will have? Because we know they're restricted to paramecias. So Dofi can still get his string fruit because that's a paramecia. Moria, he could still have his shadow fruit because that's also paramecia. But as far as Crocodile goes, he's a Logia. And Vegapunk mentioned that recreating Logias, very, very, very difficult. Almost near impossible. So maybe Vegapunk wouldn't spend too much time on that. So if Crocodile's Seraphim were to have a paramecia type devil fruit, what do you think it would be?
That's a great question. Yeah, because he did specifically say that Logias were next to impossible to replicate, which I guess was putting out there for us to not expect these Seraphims or just another fruit to be replicated with the Logia ability. So I guess he doesn't have it.
There is one paramecia that I've kind of thought about a little bit, and I think it makes sense for Crocodile Seraphim to have it. And it's a fruit that is very overpowered. It would fit him really well, actually. It is the poison fruit, or venom fruit that Magellan has.
You think Magellan's willingly giving out his lineage factor?
I mean, hey, he loves the government. He loves Marines. If Vegapunk showed up and was like, hey, this is for the betterment of mankind, you know, we want to put people behind bars, I'm sure Magellan would be like, all right, cool, draw my blood, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And the reason I kind of correlated Crocodile to the venom fruit was because one of his signature moves minus the sand was his poison hook. So maybe he gets Magellan's fruit and kind of uses poison-based attacks primarily.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I was thinking, like, what else has Crocodile done? And I was thinking, like, okay, so he has multiple functions on his hook. And then it's like the poison. Yeah. So, yeah, he would have that. And there is a way for him to get it through Magellan. I mean, to be honest, all of the Seraphim should have that ability.
Dude, that would be so broke. Yeah, you know what? Jinbei, give back the swim fruit. Get the poison fruit, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, I don't even know if Magellan was awakened. I know people say that he possibly was, but that dragon thing, like, if that's not awakened and that's just something you do with the fruit, like, just give all of the Seraphims that thing.
The dragon, the one that it just starts poisoning everything around him, like, not even wax and bricks can withstand it. Like, yeah, Magellan is kind of broken. And I think Oda did not list Magellan amongst the awakened Paramecia users. So I'm going to say that Magellan is not awakened simply because of that. Like, Oda's never said it. Usually it's very explicit. Usually whenever we hear about awakenings, Luffy has a little comeback like, oh yeah, that was an awakening. But he never once thought about Magellan in that way.
True.
And just in the Road to Laugh Tale, Oda just left off Magellan in general when it came to awakenings.
That is very true. Yeah, I got to look up that list to see who the other confirmed awakened Paramecias are.
But yeah, hey guys, thank you guys for coming back in for this video. Be sure to check out Zhoniin down below. I
never go there.
I will tag him down there whether he likes it or not. And please make sure to go follow him, check out his content. Yeah, flag the video. Unwanted attention. But yeah, hey, thank you. I appreciate it again, Zhoniin. Thanks for taking time out of your day to do this.
Anytime.